What is going on, tiny people? Draco Invictus here with another grounded video. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the weapons and tools of the game. And before you give me a dislike or a downvote or make a comment down in the section, yes, I know that there are similar videos like this one out on YouTube right now. Every video that I could find about this subject was recorded during the demo or using some special tools like developer tools that they can see stuff that we don't have yet. So now that early access is dropped, now that we can all get into this game, I wanted to show you guys the actual materials list, what you're going to need to build any weapon or tool in the game. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so we're going to jump right into this. I am going to just go down the list. I was going to put a time links down in the description below, but honestly, this video is not going to be that long. So I'm just going to go through it. And if you know that you are looking for something tier 2, maybe I will put a time link for the beginning of tier 2 weapons and tools down in the description below. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So if you're looking for tier 2 stuff or tier 3 stuff, then check the description, click the link, and it'll jump you to that point in the video. Otherwise, let's get to it. All right, so we are talking about the actual regular tools that you can build without a workbench. For the most part, I'm going to put a little asterisk there. So, and we will talk about that when we get to it. The pebblet axe requires 3 sprig, 2 pebblets, and 1 woven fiber. This is the first thing that you're going to build in the game. Very simple to do. Pebblet hammer, 3 sprig, 4 pebblets, 1 woven fiber. The pebblet spear, 2 sprig, 3 plant fiber, 1 pebblet. The torch or torch plus, if you have the upgrade from Burgle, requires 2 sprig, 1 sap, 2 woven fiber, 3 dry grass chunks. The slime mold torch requires 2 slime mold stocks and 2 plant fiber. The sprig bow requires 3 sprig, 4 gnat fuzz, 2 woven fiber. Arrows, 10 of them, require 2 mite fuzz and 5 thistle needles. These are needed to build the venom arrow, lure arrow, and gas arrow. The sticky bomb requires 3 spider silk and 1 bomb. This is the asterisk because you need a workbench to build a bomb. So if you want to build the sticky bomb, you still need a workbench so that you can build that bomb. The repair tool, 3 woven fiber, 2 sprig, 1 quartzite. The acorn shovel, 2 sprig, 1 woven fiber, 1 acorn shell. The spiky sprig, 3 sprig, 5 thistle needle, 2 woven fiber. The venom arrow, 5 of them, requires 5 arrows and 1 spider venom. The lure arrow, 5 of them, requires 5 arrows and 1 flower petal. The gas arrow requires 1 arrow and 1 stink bug gas sack. So that is it for all the tier 1 stuff. We're going to move into tier 2, which all have to be built in the workbench. So the insect axe requires 1 ladybug head, 3 bombardier parts, and 4 spider silk. The insect hammer requires 4 stink bug parts, 4 berry leather, 1 boiling gland. The stinger spear requires 1 bee stinger, 5 bee fuzz, and 4 spider silk. And to head off any questions right now, bees aren't yet in the game. So you're going to be hard pressed to find a bee stinger or bee fuzz at this point. Of course, in the future, when they introduce bees, then this part, just ignore this part and you can just build the stinger spear. But I don't think you can build the stinger spear just yet in the game. The insect bow requires 2 spider chunks, 2 spider fangs, and 2 spider silk. The bomb requires 2 fungal growth, 1 ant egg, and 4 dry grass chunks. Now, with this, I'm going to add the other caveat. I have not been able to find any ant eggs, and I've heard that they may not, they're supposed to be there, but they're not there. I can't find any. If you guys can find them, you let me know. But I've looked in anthills and stuff like that, and I cannot find any ant eggs. So they may be glitched, and that may be a problem that they're working on in the game. Armor glue, 3 mite fuzz, 2 sap, 1 woven fiber. Super armor glue, 1 berry leather, 4 spider silk. The ant club, 4 ant parts, 2 woven fiber, 2 ant mandibles. If you don't have any of these things to analyze yet, you can find a rotten ant club in the game that you can scan that will then allow you to build the ant club. And you can find that over in this area of the map. There's a little cave. I'm not going to tell you what else is in the cave, but just trust me that there's a cave with a rotten ant club in it. I don't want to give you any spoilers or anything like that. You can scan the rotten ant club, which does not do as much damage as the regular ant club does, but you can scan it and then you'll be able to build the ant club. And there's actually one other weapon that I've found, there may be others, that it's rotten, but you can scan it so that you can then build it at the workbench. Moving on to the spider fang dagger. 1 spider fang, 3 spider silk, 4 spider venom. The tier 3 weapon is the mint mallet. This is the granddaddy. It is a giant hammer crafted from a chunk of ice caps breath mints. It requires 5 mint chunks, 9 spider silk, and 8 flower petals. And then the larva blade, which is technically listed as a tier 1 weapon, is the other weapon that you can find in the game. Is you can find a rotten larva blade, scan it so that you can build the larva blade. And then when you do, you need 2 larva spikes, 3 grub hides, and 1 acid gland. All right, so let's quickly talk about the best weapons. Obviously, the mint mallet is the granddaddy, but it's going to take some work to get there. The ant club is a great runner-up. It does quite a bit of damage. It has the same stun as the mint mallet does and is a fantastic weapon to have in the game. Over here for tier 1, I would say the spiky sprig. It's the best heavy tier 1 weapon. But for sheer DPS, I believe the best tier 1 weapon may still be the pebblet spear, simply because of its speed. If you look at the damage between the two, it's almost half, but the speed is double. So maybe it's about the same. I'm going to venture a guess and say that the pebblet spear slightly outbeats the spiky sprig. But the one thing that the spiky sprig gives you is a chance to stun. It's got about a 50% chance to stun. So that is definitely a benefit. And so that is the best tier 1 weapon, followed closely by the pebblet spear. So that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap up this video. If you have any questions, comments, kicks, complaints, please leave them down in the comment section below. I had a viewer ask me about quartzite, and I went on a 3-hour expedition looking for quartzite in exploration mode to find it. And then last night during my stream, I went to look at it in the real world in the survival mode, and there were about 15 larvae guarding all this quartzite. And so it was a heck of a battle. It was a lot of fun. Of course, you're fighting in a cave, so you have to have the torch out. You can't be using the spiky sprig. But anyway, I found it. I was able to go back to that comment, reply to her, and say, hey, here's the location that I found it. And of course, any cave is probably going to have it. Ant hills and stuff like that will probably have it as well. So check there. Just know that it's going to be a fight to get it. If you're new to the channel, I'm doing lots of grounded videos, and I want you guys to catch them all. So make sure that you subscribe, click the bell notification icon so that you get notified the next time I post a video. And I'm going to wrap this up by saying, I'm Draco Invictus, and this has been the greatest tiny day of my life. See ya!